Hi, hope you had a great day. You're watching JUG Entertainment, and for this video, I'm going to be giving you my Diary of the Wimpy Kid review to tell you whether it's worth checking out or not. So that way you can make a choice. Should I check it out today? Should I not check it out today? Is it worth my time? Well, that's what I'm doing in this video. I'm going to review it, non-spoilers. I don't want to spoil anything, but if you read the book, you basically know what the plot is. But yeah, I'm going to give you that review. But if I get started, please leave a like. It would be very helpful, so please leave a like if you end up enjoying this review. It really helps our videos. As well, subscribe for a lot more reviews and everything of movies that come on Disney Plus and Netflix and type of stuff. I definitely you enjoy my channel if you're into that type of stuff. And comment down below on whether you read the book for that Wimpy Kid. I'm very curious to know how many people want to watch this movie because of the book, or if you're just curious because, oh look, it's on the Wimpy Kid. I kind of want to see what it's all about. So yeah, definitely tell me that down in the comments. Okay, now let's get started with this review. Okay, so is I the Wimpy Kid worth watching? Well, there's various things about it, so I'm gonna give you the review. So let's start with the good stuff. It felt very much like the book does, like a lot. You can definitely tell it was definitely heavily inspired from the book, if not straight up copied and pasted from the book, because I don't think they changed any scenes, and if they did, and it was very slightly, because it was basically a direct adaptation of the book, so that was pretty cool. I was like, oh, that's cool. So definitely felt very much like the book, and you definitely got off, at least personally, the same energy that you got off of the book whenever you were reading it. You got off the same energy from this movie, a lot more than the live action movie gave. The same energy that the book did. No, this one actually felt a lot like the book, and also didn't have like the cringy acting from like the live action one. This one had animation, obviously, so it really felt a lot more like the book. So that's my first pro, and this is especially true whenever the movie starts, and it starts with 2D animation in black and white, just like the book cover has. So that was pretty cool. I actually found that pretty cool, which brings me to my next point, and that is that the animation for this movie was great. I thought it was perfectly done with the movie and fit with the tone a lot, and it was a really nice animation while still being on budget. Like you can tell this was in like a Pixar movie or like a Disney movie of like big budget, like Encanto or Soul or Luca or stuff like that. It was not that. You can tell that by the animation, especially if you focus on the backgrounds. It was not that at all, but it still looked really nice for being on budget, and I was like, oh, it looks really nice. It looks pretty pleasant, and it fits, like I said, the tone of the movie very well. If this was a serious movie, then this animation would look terrible, but because of the tone of the movie and everything, it fits it really well, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is really good. And then it constantly, or at least at the very start of the movie, like at the start of the movie, it switches a lot between that 3D colored animation, which I really like I said, I especially like the color palettes that they chose. It's just very visually pleasing, but then it also switches to 2D animation, like the book's cover, and that's also really cool. I suspect that some people are going to like that 2D animation more than the 3D animation, just because it looks a lot more like the book. But I personally like the 3D animation more, just slightly because of the colors, and the colors really nice. But the 2D animation is still great. I really enjoy it, and it definitely feels a lot like the book. So the animation is really good for this movie. And like I said, it fits a lot with the book, the tone, and everything. The next thing is the story. The story was very nice as well. It was, like I said, almost a direct adaptation of the book. So I'm not going to spoil anything, but if you have read the book with the cheese touch, then you already know what the plot is, because it's literally that. However, I thought it explored everything really nicely in the movie, especially for how short it is. It explored a lot about going to middle school, which I really liked. I really liked how that was explored, and the tone for this movie really, like I said, feels a lot like the book. Everything's over exaggerated. Everything is like kind of like comedic, and kind of like they make that Wimpy Kid look be like a little loser and everything, and it fits very well. And I especially like that going into middle school dynamic that they gave it. That it was really cool, like in the start of the movie, especially, or like the first half of the movie. That it was really well done, the middle school thing. So that's really good. And like I said, it was really funny. At least for me, it was funny, and it was really over exaggerated to the point where I was like, oh, it's really funny. It wasn't trying to be serious with this, but it was trying to be like a comedy, just like the books. So yeah, especially I think kids that are barely going to middle school are really gonna find themselves enjoying this movie a lot. So if you have kids like that, or if you are a kid like that, then you would definitely enjoy it. The whole world of this movie is also really great. Like you can definitely feel like this whole world is real, from the neighborhood to the school environment. It was all very well done. So the world building was really good for this movie. I definitely believed the middle school for sure. I definitely believed the neighborhood for sure. So I thought it was really cool, and I personally really enjoyed that. There was a scene, there was like a whole, I don't know, 5 to 10 minute moment whenever they go to Halloween treating or trick-or-treating, and that was really great. It definitely helped a lot. The whole school building of going to school for the middle school for the first time was really nice. The lunch setting and everything, I thought it explored the anxieties of newcoming students very well to middle school. Like I definitely explored it in lunch. setting especially, I was like, okay, this definitely feels like when you first go to middle school, and it's kind of weird and everything. So I definitely enjoyed that. I thought it was very, very well done. So I feel like I said, a sixth grade student or somebody barely went to middle school, that he explored very well the anxieties and everything. So I really enjoyed that. I wish I would have gone a little bit more serious towards that, because I really enjoyed that aspect of it. I thought it worked very well, and I thought it was very, very well explored. Okay, moving on to some other things that I actually didn't really like. So, and one that's really good positive is that the movie is actually really, really short. It's 58 minutes, and it's like 4 minutes of credits or 5 minutes of credits. So it's actually like 53 minutes. So yeah, it's really short. It can be watched really fast. You might be eating and then you watch it and you're done. So it's really fast. So it's not gonna take a lot of time if you want to see it. It's just 58 minutes. So it's really short. Now moving on to some bad things that might make you not want to see this movie. And that first bad thing, my first really big negative for this movie, is that the movie's climax really doesn't work for me. It's really it mainly because whenever you watch the movie, you can't even tell that's the climax. You're like, oh, okay, it's another part of the plot, and then you realize, oh, the movie's done. That was the climax. What? That was it. Like, it was really unsatisfying. There was almost not any tension, and the ending can come off as, okay, whatever. Just, it really wasn't satisfying. So yeah, there was no good climax. I'm sorry. That was my main problem with it. It just ruined the ending for me. Also, the voice acting was just okay. Nothing special. I guess Wimpy Kid was kind of special. Kind of had some emotion to it, but everything else was like regular. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't good. It was just like, okay, nothing special, to be honest. Some of the humor was also very kiddish. So for older audiences, you might find the humor flat. For example, me, I did find the humor flat sometimes, and it did kind of make me get bored, especially in the middle of the movie where they really started adding a lot of kiddish humor. It actually dragged a lot for me, so I was in the middle of the movie, like for 3 minutes, I took out my phone because I got kind of bored. So I got bored, and then it quickly caught back my attention. But during those 3 minutes, it was mostly because of the kid jokes. They find a lot of those kid jokes that, especially me, I found really flat. I was like, okay, whatever. So it was like, it kind of dragged in the middle of the movie. Only like I said, 2 to 3 minutes, but still, if you're a little bit older than me, you might feel even worse about these jokes. So I don't really know. I still think a lot of jokes landed. I just think that there was a scene where, or at least there was some portions where they were all kid jokes, and it just lost me. So. But I'm just saying, it has some good jokes and it has some bad jokes, so it kind of depends. I think kids are really gonna enjoy the jokes in this movie, but if you're not a kid, then it's a mixed bag. My other complaint, and that's more like not necessarily with the movie-ish, kind of, and that is that it kind of felt like a step backwards for animation this year. I mean, recently we have been getting a lot of good animation projects like Spider-Verse, which is incredible, Invincible, Soul, and most recently, just these past weeks, Arcane, and all these animated projects, whether it's a show or a movie, are really complex stories and deep, not just simple stories that are made to train kids, but they're really deep stories that really engage you and really tell a really deep story. And this movie is not that. And many adults or many older people or maybe even many kids make the assumption that animated movies are just to entertain you, nothing special about them, they're just for kids. And it's because of projects like these like this movie right here, Wimpy Kid, because this movie really isn't trying to say anything. They're not trying to have any complexity to it. It's just trying to entertain your kids. And while I definitely enjoy that, it just feels like a step backwards, and it kind of affects those other really deep projects because people are like, oh, that's another kids project, I'm not gonna see it. So it's like a conflicting thing. Like, I do agree that there has to be movies like this, but at the same time, you're messing up other really great projects. So it's like a thing that I don't really like, but still, what am I gonna do about it? It's just something that I wanted to point out. So, was the movie worth watching? Well, overall, I think the movie was worth watching, and it's ultimately fun, where you don't have to think too hard about the movie or be fully invested to enjoy it. It's just a movie to chillax, maybe eat, especially if you're with a family or with little kids. I definitely think you'll enjoy this movie a lot, and I definitely think they'll enjoy the movie a lot. The jokes are going to be perfect and everything. So yeah, I recommend the movie, especially for them. And also for people that really like the books, they're going to love this movie because it feels so much like the books. So yeah, if you're into the books, or if you were into the books and you just want to have a memory lane trip, then definitely watch it. I definitely think you'll enjoy it. And like I said, the movie is really short, which is the other plus. It's just 53 minutes or something like that, so really short. Just watch it, either while you're watching or something. Like I said, you don't have to be fully invested. You might be distracted a little bit. It doesn't matter because the plot isn't complicated, and you'll have a fun time. That's what I think. However, I would not recommend it if you don't like kid jokes and if you don't like really simple movies, because this movie is really simple. So if you don't like simple movies, then just don't watch this. It might entertain you a little bit, but I think by the end of the movie, you'll probably feel like you're wasting your time. So if you don't like simple movies, or you don't like movies where they just trying to entertain you, not saying anything above that, then I'll watch this movie. However, if you're trying to have a fun time, like I said, then you'll definitely enjoy this movie. So watch it. I definitely think it's worth watching. And yeah, that'll be it for this video. That's my review for it. If you ended up enjoying it, then please leave a like. It would be very helpful, so please leave a like. As well, subscribe for a lot more reviews coming up. please, it would be very helpful to subscribe for a lot more reviews. And I already have a lot of other reviews in my channel that you can check out. For example, if you want to check out my Monsters at Work review, whether it's watching or not, you can definitely go and check it out. Link in the corner. And lastly, leave down in the comments, what do you like about Wimpy Kid? Is it like the loser aspect, or did you read it before, or are you still reading it now? I'm definitely very curious, and are you gonna watch this movie after this review? I'm also very curious. So definitely tell me that down in the comments. And yeah, that'll be it for this video. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a great rest of your day. And this is James Entertainment out.